But I think it's always interesting to find people that are willing to learn Swedish. And I have a colleague at work that think we have some Indian people coming and working for us. And she thinks that they should learn, if they come to Sweden and work and not working from their home country, they should learn Swedish, and that should be mandatory.
Where now, Joshua? There is a residence just inside the city gates.
But if I went to work in India, I didn't want to work, didn't want to learn their native language. Duolingo or Italki. The only thing you need to learn in Swedish is that we usually use the same word twice from time to time, like hey hey, tack tack, something like that. We're that's how we speak usually. And now I feel like my what is it called? My title from the stream isn't really true because it says Swedish, but I'm speaking English.
My
it's a
Lord
website.
Marquis,
Okay.
it is an honor.
Italki. I thought it was some.
I am Yote,
or some
Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety.
You rehearsed the script.
And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Nuclear waste.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
The lip syncing in this game is
Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar.
Hey, you can do it! Cut his fucking head off!
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Du kan göra det, kom igen nu.
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
I want to kill Odin. Samtidigt. Are spoilers banned?
Are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid.
Story-wise, I think we're not banned, but it's not appreciated, at least.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister. Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame.
But in this game, it's like
port in the capital, Canva is ruined.
I will probably fight Odin further down the road, and then I fight Ultima and.
Forgive us. We were not
and
aware Dalmekia
planet
now
is saved,
insisted on
something like
charity.
How dare you?
Hey, sure, go ahead then.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see?
No,
The
they
king,
never. Joshua just
he has come
survived,
to
but
save
never.
us
They
from
never
the
explained
Akashi.
exactly how he survived. Yeah, he got a beating.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them and see our guests to the dungeons!
Tror de på det här eller?
Enough.
Ha!
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos.
Come.
Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
They all died. Så går det.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Ah.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center,
I can't
the
say
one
that
beneath
I
whom
have.
the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima.
Amarante. It's a
He is
Swedish
god,
band.
or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects. And while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards.
Pop metal band, okay.
Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, your grace.
Grace.
But please be safe.
Yeah.
If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Usually when I'm listening to metal, it's usually death metal, but I see that I usually listen to music or bands that
farewell, my lord.
I grew up with.
My lady.
I grew up during the 90s, so it's more like Entomb, Dismember, Unleashed, Meshuggah, Behemoth, Dissection, The Crown, Unleashed. I think I mentioned that actually. Bands like that, Cannibal Corpse, D-Side.
Let's find our friends.
So many of those bands still going strong, actually. Geo-90s, yeah, that's when the revolution of death metal and the melodic death metal started to appear. So I think that's what I grew up with, actually.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
That's why I had to let her go. And 2 more side quests that I'm gonna ignore.
Welcome, welcome.
Still not useful.
Anything else? A fine choice.
I will only do side quests that have this plus sign in them. Just so they are more important usually than normal side quests. Once upon a time, when I was younger, I had a long black hair. All the way down
Cyril.
Here or something. I had bang.
How fares the search?
But then I got older.
Well, Your Grace,
my hair
report
started
shall be with you
disappearing.
ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Phoenix down.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
We talk about this later.
Cyril seemed very,
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Okej, han sa inget mer efter det. Okej.
The free cities under siege?
Okej, nu är den vägen upplåst. Orkish fodder.
Let us be rid.
Easy. 5 gil. Nej. Stay down! Skjut med sånt. Huh. I think it's performance mode. I have to check. Where is it? Graphic. I have felt I switched. I tried both during my gameplay here. I started playing with graphic, then I switched to performance 60. I think it's 60 FPS or something. I never felt like the frame rate dropped anything, so I turned back to the graphic locked, I think. Yeah, and I think performance is 60 and some graphical turned down.
Clive.
I didn't notice any graphical differences, and I think only once when I done graphic I felt like I had frame drops when playing. So in my opinion, I usually don't feel any difference when playing any game if I choose graphic or frame rate. Usually to me they feel like the same thing. I'm a big frame drop. But at least they didn't drop me on the floor or at the hospital when I was born like somebody else.
The free men are still
FY,
holding their own then.
the war goat is
Do we
my
have any idea where
brother.
Gav and the others might be?
So he's
There's a
allowed
warehouse
to
near the
be
docks where we agreed
offensive
to meet if
and
there was any trouble.
we just have to tolerate him.
We should hurry.
No porn emotes in chat! Yeah. Still no important side quests. Yeah, the free city of Canver. From humble beginnings did a handful of villagers join to form a staunch alliance that now controls much of the realm mercantile trade. Svenska brudar. Feministkärringar hela bunten. Okej, vi hoppar väl bara in här då. Travel. Jag här är rumpa dildo i här.
Sounds like thunder.
Okej. Fräscht.
You're late. We're starting to
Jag
think it's
här
stumbled
är
off a
rumpa
cliff.
i dildo i här.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
That was quite
Is
funny,
that
actually.
I think it is? Yes.
If he teach you that, it's
Allow me to introduce
it's super.
my brother.
It's a normal Swedish
Joshua.
behavior.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time.
Flashed.
Name's Midadol. But everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
Jag här är rumpa dildo i här. Vad roligt.
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
The grammar is a little
So
wrong,
this Akashic
I
are
would
being
say.
controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow.
I
No doubt
guess
they were
the
turned.
meaning of it,
Silent as monks, every last one of them.
I would say,
Your
is
man
that
here speaks true,
you
Clive.
have a dildo in your
We
ass.
saw more than a few
More
in
or
the
less.
city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Yeah, I'm a big
Ultimus doing.
dildo.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
It's more like I have a dildo in my ass, you can say.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
We're back with more Swedish
Yeah,
Faye.
man,
You're
is
welcome
that?
back
I'll keep
anytime.
it safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
You too. Ha det bra! Ha det bra jätten, ha det bra jätten. Jag ska också snart runda av, tänkte jag ska vänta på vår nyfunna finländska bekantskap. Oj. Ska kolla hur långt det har kommit då. 78% av spelet.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors.
Så simma lugnt i jätten. Syns imorgon. Dino Crisis varvar jag då. The Icelandic percentage. Det sista procenten.
Stand a chance against those things.
De får ju stryk. Kom igen nu. For the rescue. Åh. Level 20 bara. Vad är det här för jävla kanonmat? What? Det där var inte jag beredd på att de skulle komma. Massa andra dudes. Too aggressive. Så. Det gick alldeles utmärkt det där. Okej, jag var inte riktigt beredd på... Min inställning var att level 20, det är inga problem. Och helt plötsligt så blev jag överlumpad över level 33 fights. Så det var ju liksom, jag blev lite ställd där. Jag ska anpassa min combat om man säger så. Men nu vet jag vad som väntar. Så här, nu är det lite bättre. Enough! Next! Alright, fine.
What happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here.
Alla är ju döda. De har fått mött döden. Döden där. Ingen kista någonstans. För helvete, vad fan! Perfekt! Så ska det låta! För helvete, vad fan! The best curse words in Swedish you just used. Okej. Det är bra att du är tydlig med din sexuella läggning utan att jag egentligen bryr mig. So you're gay actually, okay? Good to know. Even if I don't care. No, no offense. I don't care if you prefer guys before girls. What you do in your bedroom, I don't mind. Bye-bye. No.